Hi, Ms. Godusky here. Here to show you how I make your plaster. So I thought it'd be valuable to show you guys this step since you don't actually get to see it. This is a process that takes some time to do. Here are the materials that I use. So first of all, I have these plastic cups. The regular drinking cups, artists call these molds, and this is what the plaster is going to be poured into when it's in its liquid form. I took some scissors and cut tiny little slits in each cup. This is so that you can tear away the cup and get your plaster out when it hardens. The next thing I'm going to use is cooking spray. So a lot of you guys use this maybe if you bake. In baking, this is apparently butter flavored. Disgusting. Don't eat this stuff. And I'm going to just spray the inside of each cup so that when you take out the solid plaster, it'll be easier. The next and most important step or ingredient to buy is the plaster itself. So right now it's in its powder form. Plaster, this is called plaster of Paris. It's actually a natural soft mineral called gypsum. And for you nerds out there, it's calcium sulfite dihydrate. So when you mix the plaster, you need 2 parts of this powder to 1 part water. So if I'm measuring in units of these plastic cups, I would need 2 parts plaster to 1 part water. And all I'm doing is doubling that. So I've got 4 parts plaster here and 2 parts water. When you're stirring this plaster, the powder kicks up and the chemicals in there are toxic to breathe in. So to protect yourself, I have this mask. A lot of woodworkers, surgeons use this mask, and it's just to help you so that you don't ingest any of those materials. But I'm not going to wear this mask because you can barely hear what I'm saying right now. Anyway, protection is important. You want to take care of your body when you're doing these things. I'm just going to wear a bandana. You're going to be able to hear me a little bit better this way. Protection, again, is important. Keep a well-ventilated area. Have these windows open. I'm actually 85 years old, if you can believe it or not. Okay, maybe. Don't believe me? That's fine. I never joke, though. Never. All right, after I've got all my water measured out into this bucket, it has nice grid marks in there. I don't know if you can see them. I'm going to pour the water into a separate bucket. Again, I'm making the water as cold as possible because I don't want my plaster turning into a solid. And the heat causes that reaction or speeds it up. So I think it'll be easier to put the plaster in my main container first. So I just added 2 quarts of water, cold water, to this bucket. To keep my ratio right, I need to add 4 quarts of plaster. So math, science, is this even art class anymore? I don't even know, but you'll get it.
We beat to rap, what key beat to lock, but I'm cool like that. 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 I'm cool.
So this is what the plaster looks like. It's very powdery. Again, it's pretty soft and chalky feeling. And this is my water. So I've got about a gallon or 4 quarts of plaster. So 4 quarts equals 1 gallon. And half a gallon of water. So right now I'm coating the inside of these cups with like a slippery spray so that the plaster comes out a lot easier. And hopefully I get each one. Sorry to that one kid that I missed. It's going to be super hard for you. Look at that good buttery flavor. So I got my cold water and my plaster. I'm going to try to pour this water slowly in. and then mix it up. So I've already prepared all of my cups so that I can work as quickly as possible. Pour it in. Don't make more plaster than you can handle carrying. It's going to start to bubble. All right. Bubbly. All right. So it's already starting to react. As you can see, have your mixing stick handy over here. I'm going to start to mix it in so that there are no clumps in this mess. So it's kind of like stirring the batter of a cake. So you're stirring your cake batter, although if you eat this cake, it will kill you. So enough with the food analogies here. Alright, so I'm looking, and there's still a bunch of clumps left in here. I'm going to kind of stir it until it all dissolves. So I'm getting towards the ends of my batch, and as I stir it, it's starting to solidify, and I can make stiff peaks, as it's called. So when I stir it, I can make a little point, and it doesn't look exactly like milk at this point. So it's going to be a little bit tough to pour. So it doesn't look like it right now, but this is actually the most dangerous part about plaster. And what's happening is what's called an exothermic reaction. And this is a chemical reaction that takes place when the plaster turns from liquid to a solid. And as you touch each cup, it actually is giving off heat right now. And this heat, if you're not careful, like if you stick your finger in here and leave it there, can give severe burns, and people are actually hospitalized by this reaction because they don't realize that it's happening, right? When you freeze water, that's a physical change. It's moving from a liquid to a solid. And this is actually giving off heat. I'm not adding any heat to it. So that's the difference there. All right, so this one's pretty solid. And this happens when you add water, when you're hydrating that gypsum powder, that chemical reaction takes place. So that's it. I'm all done. I'm all cleaned up. It's important to clean up. Remember, healthy mind, healthy body. Remember that this stuff is poisonous. So if you eat it, probably go to a doctor. What? I cleaned up. I said I was cleaned up. What are you talking about? Sorry. I'm just kidding, you guys. I'm not really 85. A lot of you fell for that. Teachers are allowed to make jokes. They're not? Oh, there just can't be good jokes? My whole educational experience makes a lot more sense now. Bye. Be safe. Bye for real.